Green, green, green. It's Fisher from the outside of row number 1. He dives into turn 1. He takes it. So Brian Fisher with the lead out front right now. Fisher takes over the top spot. Scott Barnes now into the second spot.
Rob, you hit on it a little while ago, I think, before we got going. You talked about how that outside row 1 is a pretty good position. Normally, when you're rolling down or it's a dry track, that inside position is where you want to be. But right now, we've seen back-to-back races where the outside pole jumps down to take the lead.
What a great fight here for second. That's Chris Jennings in the 175 into second. Barnes goes back to third. It's a 65 of Lance Lane right now up into the 4th position. So Lane starting to push hard from 4th. But out front, it's your leader. And that is Brian Fisher in the number 90.
Fisher takes off here with the lead. You know, Ken, they call this guy the Fish, obviously because his nickname is Brian Fisher, but he's got to feel like a fish in water right now as fast as he's going. That was a terrible pun. I hope you'll forgive me. But it's Fisher. The Fish is leading the track as well. I hope you see where I was going with that.
Well, you don't have to make an apology because I'm thinking to myself, yep, the Fish. And he's got what he needs now. He's got his own environment.
He belongs in the water. The Fish looking
Indeed.
very good right now. A great start on the outside of row number 1. We're off and running right now. Let's see how they look this time by as they work lap number 2 here. Brian Fisher, Chris Jennings, Scott Barnes, your pole sitter, Lance Lane, and T-Mac Trevor McAllister, a veteran of the sport, racing with Greg Bell on that Praga. McAllister looks good in the 5th position right now. Brian Fisher leads him through 8 and 9 now. Across the start-finish line they go. Jennings comes past us in 2nd. Let's wait on 3rd place right here. Scott Barnes, Lance Lane, Coy Dayton, and Trevor McAllister right now up front. Keep an eye on Trevor McAllister, folks. I don't know a lot about Trevor, but I know that he's a great driver. He's a veteran of the sport. He's done a lot of racing. He's been around karting for a very long time.
Just had a slow lap there, so it may well be that he had an issue, and if he can avoid whatever it was that caused the issue, there may be more to come there. Just had a spinner at the back of the group that's on screen, and I looked too late, so I can't tell you who that driver was.
That's all right. You're right, Ken. Experience means everything in this. Just as we said, experience in the rain. And as many years as Trevor McAllister's been racing, you know he's done some rain racing. So we'll see how he can do right now. We have one drive around. That's the number 2, the Red Bull machine. I'm going to try and find you. That's possibly Steve McCaffrey. I'm not sure. No, that's not McCaffrey. McCaffrey's in the CRG, so the number 2 driver going around in between turns 7 and 8. But up front, it's still Brian Fisher in that DRT machine. Brian ran 3 classes yesterday. I'm not sure if he'll enter in all 3 of those again today, as he's in stock Honda Heavy right now, pacing the field, looking very good.
Lance Lane's shipping places there, down to 9th, and wonder if there's a problem there. Is he going to be coming round? It may well have been Lance Lane who we saw, and the little misfortunes of yesterday. Well, no, he has completed that lap 3, but is in 10th place now. So Lance Lane, it may well have been the guy who we saw just taking that spin, but still circulating and in the top 10 at number 10.
So a good run. Trevor McAllister, Ken, you mentioned he was slow just a lap or 2 ago. Must have had an issue. Obviously eradicated that. They're up and running now. 52.419. He looks good. Also a tip of the hat to Robert Marks as he drives past us. Robert Marks in the CRG cart. He is now up into the top 5. Robert coming all the way from California to come racing with us. Good run for him right now.
And we're into the second half of the race now, because the leader's on lap 5 of 8. So with this shortened race distance, lap 5 of 8, 2 of the drivers bettering 50 seconds. Just a couple of them. Brian Fisher at 49.7, Chris Jennings at 49.0 on that lap.
Brian Fisher looks good right now, Kenneth. He's got about a 1.1 second gap over second place, and then it's almost 10 seconds back to third place, Skitchy Barnes. The visibility on your monitors, folks, is just about as good as the visibility for these drivers, I imagine, as the rain spots cover the lenses here of our cameramen and women. And Ken, how about that really quickly? A tip of the hat to the KRN cameramen and women out here this weekend. Now, as we talk, Chris Jennings has caught up to Brian Fisher with 2 laps to go. We have a race for the lead.
And we're on a yellow. Just where there may have been a potential move, we're on a yellow.
All right, as they work through turn 1, Jennings has caught up to the back bumper of Fisher, just seeing 2 laps to go. A lap and a half as they exit 2, head into 3. Jennings about a half a cart length back from Fisher as they head for 4. They work out of 4. They'll head for the right-handed turn number 5 before coming back into the city section. Fisher has about a half cart length gap over.
Good little dice, isn't it? Well, as we look at them there, I've done it again. I've put the commentator's curse in the announcer's curse. That gap widened, but it looked as if there was a potential winding up for a challenge, if not a pass.
These are two of the top drivers in this S4, the senior category, the Masters class in shifter racing, and they're going to get caught up by a lap car coming through here. Last lap on the racetrack. Fisher trying to hold back a charging Chris Jennings.
And is that a potential move as they come out?
I thought the same thing,
just thought that might have been consummated, but your picture's telling you the same story and different lines being chosen, and the choice was the right one.
Fisher with the lead, but here comes Fisher in second. Jennings goes by for the lead. We're not done yet. Jennings, the last lap pass over in turn number 3. He's taken the top spot, and he is stretching away. Checker flags to start here from the starter. What a victory here today. The win goes to Chris Jennings, guys. A last lap pass. Jennings wins with a great slide job in turn number 3.